Hello everybody, vinyl community. Here is Jason Basin again with a new vinyl video. And of what are we gonna talk today? Well, we're gonna talk about 30 songs that touched my heart. So emotional songs, and the most of them are all about the universal thing that's called love. So I went through my whole collection. It took me some hours. In the meantime, now I think it's already midnight here in Belgium, but we progress here. I'm gonna show you the 30 tracks that touched my heart. And what's interesting, I show you now records that I would never show you otherwise. Now you're gonna see those records. The first record, the first track is Elvis and Love Me Tender. A really perfect love song. Elvis is not anymore among us. Let's see, here you see all his albums, but his songs stay, and he was also the artist of the 21st century. But for me, the artist of the 21st century is this man, David Bowie. From his album Scary Monsters and Super Freaks, I take the track Ashes to Ashes. Here we have him as a Pierrot, David Bowie, wonderful track. One of my favorite tracks ever. It touched my heart. Fantastic. On this album also Fashion, also what a song. Fantastic. And then we have here Tommy the Who, a masterpiece, that album. And I was searching on the lines here, on the tracks. I didn't find See Me, Feel Me. But then I went to look for the 45er. I have it here. It's inside the Ouverture of Tommy. Ouverture is here on the cover, but it doesn't say which track is in it. So this is in it, in the Ouverture. See Me, Feel Me. Fantastic track of The Who. And we go on. Another fantastic album, one of my favorite albums of my whole collection, is this The Gun Club and the Las Vegas Story. We had then Kid Congo Powers. He would go to Kid Congo Powers to Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, they come also here in this video today. And here we have Patricia Morrison. She would go to the Sisters of Mercy. And here, rest in peace, Jeffrey Lee Pierce. And from this album, the track that touched me most, I played it this evening, and that's Moonlight Motel, the Gun Club Moonlight Motel. I'm 1,000 miles below. Doom doom. Fantastic track. Check it out on YouTube or on Spotify, the Gun Club and Moonlight Motel. Fantastic track. Then another fantastic album with fantastic tracks is this one, Sisters of Mercy, First and Last and Always. From this album I take, of course, Marianne. Marianne, fantastic new wave track. He speaks also German in it. It's because the Sisters of Mercy, they were based in Germany, I think mid 80s. Then we have Cream and Disraeli Gears, cult album, fantastic cover, and from this album I take Sunshine of Your Love, fantastic track. And another track that touched my heart was Going Your Own Way, Go Your Own Way from Fleetwood Mac, from Rumours. It's said to be one of the best albums ever, and I agree on that. Fantastic also, Go Your Own Way, the guitars in that track are fantastic, phenomenal. And then one of my favorite bands ever, and for me the best band ever, were these guys, The Doors, and from their album Waiting for the Sun I take the very simple and nice Wintertime Love. Wintertime Love. But in fact the other tracks also fantastic. Not to Touch the Earth, also The Unknown Soldier, We Could Be So Good Together, and Yes, The River Knows, also a fantastic track. So The Doors and Waiting for the Sun with Wintertime Love. Then for the next track, another fantastic album, Big Country and Steel Town, Big Country from Scotland, with Stuart Adamson, rest in peace my boy. From this album, a track that really touched my heart was Where the Roses Sown, Lay Me Down Where the Roses Sown. So a soldier who went to war, maybe it's a true story that he wrote, when I'm dead, lay me where the rose is sown. So Big Country, Steel Town. Then a legendary band, the Rolling Stones. This is a compilation album that I found in the Vinyl Kitchen last year with the promo sales. Soon it will be again promo sales. In June are the promo sales. This is the Rolling Stones, the Stone Age, a compilation, and on this album I take the song As Tears Go By. Fantastic song. I think Marianne Faithfull has also sung that, or the Stones have written it for Marianne Faithfull, but they played it also in the beginning. So the Rolling Stones, As Tears Go By. And then also one of my favorite groups of all times, the Velvet Underground. This is their third album, simply Velvet Underground without a title, and a fantastic album. And from this album I take Jesus. Jesus, let me find my proper place. Fantastic track. And then another fantastic album. This is a repress with double, you see it here, Iggy Pop in younger days. From Iggy and the Stooges, Raw Power, I take the song I Need Somebody. Fantastic, beautiful. I Need Somebody, Iggy and the Stooges. And then a band on the track that I've chosen from this album. They are a Belgian metal hard rock band, Channel Zero. I think they have stopped, but they still do some concerts, or when they are asked to do a concert, they do still a concert, I think, at the moment. So Channel Zero, they made for their anniversary of 30 years, Channel Zero, they made compilation album, very nice. I show it to you. So 3 albums, 3 LPs, and on one of these LPs, live recorded, is Help. Help, of Channel Zero, fantastic band, a bit hard, but that track is not so hard. Help, a real classic. It begins when you hear the music, it's if Led Zeppelin begins. They have found inspiration with the music of Led Zeppelin, I think, or for that track. Channel Zero and Help, fantastic song, a song that touched my heart. Then another band that touched my heart with one specific track is Deep Purple. Here is Made in Japan. It's on this album, and I'm talking about the song Child in Time. Child in Time, fantastic, also with a high voice where he sings, you know that, fantastic. Deep Purple and Child in Time. Then we go on with TC-Matic, their debut album with singer Arno Hintjes. Arno would sing in French later on in his solo career, also in English, but mostly in French. He got the Légion d'honneur in France, so a medal for his cultural work, so for the French language, promoting the French language. So Arno, I like that guy. He was also funny. He said of himself when they asked him, what are you? He said, I am a lesbian. I like women. I am a lesbian. Very funny. But this was their debut album. And on this debut album I choose the track, maybe you know it, About Love, With You, fantastic track of TC-Matic. Check it out on Spotify or on YouTube. You will find certainly this track, and fantastic. This is more known, Kiss, and you know which track I'm gonna take indeed. It's the fourth track on this album, I Was Made for Loving You, of Kiss. Fantastic track. Many people don't like Kiss, but this album I like very much. They do also the cover of the Rolling Stones 2000 Men, really nice. I had in the beginning just the tape that I got from my sister. She gave it to me, and then afterwards I had Dynasty, sold it, and now I have it back since some years. So I'm very happy. And the price of that album has risen to, maybe it was 20 euros, now it's even more, I think. Then an album I could buy for 3 euros, it was 3 for 10 euros. So this is John Lennon. And John Lennon, a hero of me, not only musical hero but also hero in common. John Lennon and Imagine, and I take of course the track Imagine as the track that touched me. I think, I don't know, Give Me the Truth is also on this album. Really great artist, John Lennon and Imagine. And then I said it already, Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. This album I could buy for a little price. It was 3 for 10 euros, so this was 3.33 and a little bit more. The Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds album, The Good Son. So I've seen the prices already for this album. That's 20 euros easily, but I could buy this so for a good 3 euros. And really a wonderful album. He sings even Spanish on this album, Foyna Cruz. Here, the Weeping Song is on it, but it's not that song that I choose from this album, it's this song, the first on side 2, the Ship Song. Come sail your ships around me, and burn your bridges down. Fantastic. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. And then have we here U2 live at on Boston FM, the radio, in May 1983. From this album I choose New Year's Day. New Year's Day, fantastic song. So with the piano intro, fantastic band, but I prefer the early U2. So I have also the album, their first album, Boy, is a masterpiece, and I prefer their early work. So I have also Under a Blood Red Sky, the live album, fantastic. There is also War, I don't have it anymore, but also fantastic. Then we go on. This is het beste van Anne Christie. Anne Christie was a Flemish singer, but she died early on cancer, really so sad. And but she left us with really great tracks. She sung in Flemish, and I take the track Ik leef voor jou. I live for you. So, Ik leef voor jou, Anne Christie, fantastic singer. Can we see? No, there is no inner sleeve, special inner sleeve. Then, another great track, their second album, Pretenders 2, Chrissie Hynde and Co. And from this album I take I Go to Sleep. I don't go to sleep already, but she goes to sleep, I go to sleep. Chrissie Hynde and the Pretenders. And then another singer, I collect her albums, Lisbeth List here, and Pastorale. She sings it with her husband, also a singer, Ramses Shaffi, and they made a masterpiece in the Dutch music, let's say Pastorale. Here is the album, Lisbeth List, wonderful track. And then a lady, she was dead on her 27th anniversary. She was 27 when she died, so sad. Amy Winehouse. And I take from this album that contains rare recordings, I take from this album Back to Black, because Back to Black, that's a track that when you listen to that track, it gets inside you, it gets around your heart, in your heart. It's fantastic. Amy Winehouse, and is dead but will never be forgotten, never. And then a track I adore also from the French singer. He was called the French Elvis, Johnny Hallyday. He had many friends in America also. He did concerts, he had a house, really nice big chalet in Switzerland. He sold that, and I think he had also a house in America. And this is his album Que je t'aime. It's really fantastic, that song, Que je t'aime, that I love you. Fantastic, Johnny Hallyday. And then an album that I otherwise would never show you, the Mamas and the Papas. They made real nice songs, and one song that sticks out above the others, I find that California Dreaming, fantastic song, the Mamas and the Papas, also as one of the tracks that touched my heart. And then we go on with the albums that touched my heart. This is Tuxedo Moon, Holy Wars. Tuxedo Moon was a band, I think, from America, and they moved to Belgium, to Brussels for a certain period, but they have sticked there. They had no money to go back, and so Tuxedo Moon, they operated from Brussels here in Belgium. and they made in the 80s really nice records, and this is one of a highlight for me, Holy Wars. On this one we find a very nice track, St. John, but the song that I want, that I pick here from this album is In a Matter of Speaking. Manner of Speaking. Fantastic track. Tuxedo Moon. And here is Tina, she makes some noise here. And then a legendary band. I could have taken Love Will Tear Us Apart, but that is so common and already everybody shows that, so I show this one, Joy Division and Atmosphere. That's really for me a track that got on my heart, really wonderful. Also the synthesizer part is fantastic. Joy Division and Atmosphere. Walk in silence and walk away. Joy Division. And then an album, La Folie, from the Stranglers. On this album we have the big world hit Golden Brown, but I take the really nice track and I see the singer, the former singer, Hugh Cornwell, he plays that track also. I saw an album now, it was live recorded I think, and that track is also now on the album of Hugh Cornwell. It's the track Tramp. Tramp is fantastic. It's about, he sketches the life of the man in the street, so the homeless man. And here, my heart, the music that touches my heart. Here we see a tango of Brezhnev and Ronald Reagan. That would be now here Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump. Maybe I must do that, make a collage with Donald Trump and Putin on the dance floor. So the Stranglers and Trump I found here. Yes, look at that, from I collected, and this also I collected. I have this album since it came out around 1982. So the Stranglers and Trump, fantastic track. And then we come to the last albums. Here are Siouxsie and the Banshees and Nocturne, really an album that should be in everyone's collection. So wonderful. At that time we had also guitar player Robert Smith of The Cure. He was inside the band. He did a very good job. And the Beatles are not here with an album here in my top 30 of tracks that hit my heart, but indirectly they are inside because I choose the song Dear Prudence, originally by the Beatles, but performed much better by Siouxsie and the Banshees, Susie and the Banshees. So Dear Prudence, I have also the 45 of Dear Prudence. You can see that in my New Wave Singles video here on my channel. And then we close the show with this track. I heard it in the past one day on the radio. I said, what's that nice song? And I found out it was God Star of Psychic TV. It's a song in honor of Brian Jones. Brian Jones, yes, I think it also, he was murdered. Brian Jones, he was the fifth wheel on the wagon, but Brian Jones was in fact the real Rolling Stone. He started it all. He was the big talent, the big creative brain. He could play 10 instruments. He was really fantastic. Brian Jones. And Psychic TV made this track in his honor, God Star. Check it out on Spotify. Certainly they have that track, Psychic TV God Star, or otherwise on YouTube you will find certainly that track. So these were the 30 tracks that touched my heart. Leave a comment underneath. Do you agree, and which songs do you have touched your heart? Are there also some of these records that touched your heart? Let me know here underneath. So this was Jason Basin. I say goodbye to the vinyl community. Till the next time, and don't forget, with vinyl the sun always shines. Thanks for watching and have a good week. Bye bye.